Miss Smiley. Are you ready for some more football? Woo! Woo!
Welcome back to our Wild Card New Year's Eve celebration. Our distinguished guests now include two of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. Joe Montana of the Kansas City Chiefs will be looking to take that next step towards a 5th Super Bowl ring. It will be the pinnacle accomplishment of a spectacular 16 years in the NFL for 3-time Super Bowl MVP Joe Montana.
Anytime you have the type of teammates that I've had over the years, it always helps everybody's career when you can win and continue to win, and that's what keeps everyone around it.
We'll also raise a glass in celebration to the great Dan Marino of the Miami Dolphins. He's had a glorious career of magnificent statistical accomplishments. He has led the Dolphins to 5 division titles in his 12-year career. But if Marino is to progress through these playoffs and go on to win his first Super Bowl ring, he must today defeat the Kansas City Chiefs and Joe Montana.
He has been an incredible quarterback for a long time and, considered probably the best that's ever played. He's won 4 Super Bowls and, I have a lot of respect for Joe.
1994 is winding down. The new year awaits. Father Time is already taking the Detroit Lions with him. With their loss today, time has run out on their Super Bowl quest. Now we'll see which team joins them and which team will go forward into the new year. The Kansas City Chiefs face the Miami Dolphins in this AFC Wild Card matchup.
First time in 10 years, but Marcus Allen looked so good last week against the Raiders. Looking good this week against the Dolphins. Gains 9. Next play, Allen again. We go left, 8 more yards. The Chiefs impressive on their first drive. Then Montana on 3rd down of the year. Dumps it to Marcus. In coverage, makes the catch, 15 yards and a first down. Montana now with Allen working. Play fake to Marcus. Rolls right. Hits his tight end, Derek Walker at the 2. Then 2nd and goal from the 2. Montana, play fake to Walker. 8 times this year the Chiefs have scored on their opening drive. Don Shula wants to play a provisional.
Yeah, but watch the play on this. Joe Valerio, who's caught a few touchdowns this year, is the tackle eligible. He draws the coverage, the goal line pass to Walker, touchdown.
Joe perfect on the opening drive. So down 7-0, Marino gets his turn. Marino to guys you never heard of. Mike Williams for 22 yards. Marino, he you've heard. Irving Fryer. And then watch this. Is it Duriel Harris to Tony Nathan? Almost. Fryer to James Saxon. That sets up Bitey Pomely rumbling into the end zone. They smeared him. We're tied at 7. 1 drive of the Dolphins, 1 touchdown. So now, Neil Smith needs the bigger Band-Aid because the defense has to stop. But Brian Cox's Miami defense also struggling. Montana, Jack B. Kimball, Jack B. Quick, Kimball Anders, look at him go! Breaking tackles, he could go all the way. 57 yards, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, 14-7 Chiefs. Shula with words for Brian Cox.
Well, you know what he's going to do? He's going to say, now, Brian, listen, you can't hit him with your shoulder. You have to try and tackle him. You've got to hold on to. We don't want to see Joe's hands in the air.
Well, the 2nd drive for Miami, Joe Marino. Oh, that Metania Keith Jackson, 21 yards, leads to a field goal, 14-10. Marty Schottenheimer gives Allen a rest, gives it to the rookie Greg Hill. He gains 11 yards. And then the intensity, Willie Davis, Gene Atkins coming to blows. Next play, after they separate the combatants, Montana, where's the rush? 25 yards to J.J. Burton. Mean Joe Green says, I could have rushed. Late in the half, Kansas City has kicked a field goal, so 3 drives, 3 scores for them. 4th and 3. Marino avoids the rush, hits O.J. McDuffie. Boy, every time he hits him, it's a first down, isn't it, Joe? 3rd and goal.
Unbelievable job.
Now here it is. Marino with a beautiful job of backpedaling to Ronnie Williams. 3 drives for them, 3 scores, 17 all.
He just looks people off. But look at the niftiness. Everybody says Dan can't move. Ha! Yes, I can. Touchdown.
Shootout, yes. 7 drives, 4 touchdowns, a field goal, and then the end of the half. Don Shula says, we would like a lead, please. You've seen Bitey. It's diving. Oh, my God. 25 yards down to the 6. 2 plays later from the 7. Marino to another Irving Fryer. Touchdown. And the Dolphins have their first lead of the afternoon in the 3rd quarter, 24-17. Looks like the frozen tundra of Joe Robbie Stadium, doesn't it? Derek Thomas, Neil Smith, we have to make something happen. Well, now Miami's up 27-17. Kimball Anders, left side, 8 yards and a first down. Next play, Montana. Derek Walker between two defenders for 15. Marcus Allen ran brilliantly and hard for 12 yards. Chiefs first and goal from the 5. J.B. Brown, the first turnover today by against either quarterback. It was huge. He returned it to the 24, and Joe got anxious.
Bad decision by Joe. That's exactly what he did, Boom. He tried to force the ball into Eric Martin. He's well covered by Brown. You just can't force him in. Even the great ones make mistakes.
So Don Shula's squad continues to lead it by 10. Kansas City, another chance with 9 minutes to go. The swing pass to Greg Hill. Cuts it upfield for 12 yards. Now the ball at midfield. Montana to the rookie Lake Dawson inside the 44. Next play, Marcus Allen. Look at this. Bouncing. Look at him. Put the shoulder down and keep running. But Michael Stewart pulls the ball out. They call it a fumble. Second turnover. Marcus didn't really complain, but it was a close call.
Michael Stewart is so strong. Watch how he grabs the ball. Now keep an eye on his feet. Is Marcus on the ground? Maybe. But Stewart's feet were in bounds. It was an unbelievable call. Here it is again. Right there. See his little tootsies? Right foot down. I have the ball. Now watch where his other foot is. There's the left down. There's the right down. Yes, he did get possession.
The Chiefs know that time was running out. Montana's last chance drive stopped deep. Will it be the last game for Joe Montana?
The playoffs just 2 seasons ago. Don Shula's Dolphins had celebrated their position as the AFC team to beat, capturing home field advantage. The upstart Chargers of Bobby Ross were full of Super Bowl fight, fed by a season that featured wins in 12 of their final 13 games. But on a rainy Florida Sunday, Miami quickly discharged San Diego's dreams for the big party. San Diego quarterback Stan Humphries uncharacteristically threw 4 interceptions, admitting later it was his worst NFL game. Miami's Marino characteristically threw for 3 touchdowns. Final score, Dolphins 31, Chargers nothing. Neither made it to the Super Bowl that year, but both teams looked like they had become better for the experience. Both would return solid playoff contenders behind talented quarterbacks. Then last season, injuries robbed both teams of their quarterbacks, their dreams. Marino's was severe enough to turn him into a spectator. Humphries bad enough to shorten his performance. The year that began so optimistically finished with both teams disappointingly out of the playoffs. But this year, Marino and Humphries guided their teams to division titles, leading with their arms and their hearts. The depth of their talent stretched by their courage, their refusal to acknowledge pain. Who could forget Marino still struggling with the ache of his Achilles, leading his team back against the Jets, down 10 points, fourth quarter, engineering 2 touchdown drives. The final one with just seconds left, ingeniously deceiving the defense that he was going to throw the ball away only to turn and deliver the winning touchdown pass. While that was the most celebrated of Marino's heroics, there were 3 other times when he led Miami from behind to win, all the time pushing his teammates, exhorting them to perform at a higher level, exposing his raw emotion, his desperate desire to win. For San Diego Stan Humphries, his show of leadership has been no less dramatic. Earlier this year against the Raiders, Humphries took a terrible beating, leaving him withering in pain. Team doctors advised him not to return, but with so much on the line, Stan the man hobbled back. Humphries' heroics positioned the Chargers for a game-winning field goal. As Stan limped off the field, there was no doubt as to his desire, his drive to return to the playoffs. Both men are back to where they were 2 years ago. Quarterbacks of playoff teams, only 2 wins from the Super Bowl. Both have a better understanding that opportunities are rare and that on any play their season, their career can end. As both men take the field today, they carry with them the memories of their pain, their struggles, and their optimism that they will be the one to advance.
Could there be a slight chance, just a sneak, that Miami and the San Diego Chargers could put together a barn burner? certainly the offenses were there. These are the two highest scoring teams in the AFC all year. Dan Marino, you know what he can do? The Chargers probably more big plays on both sides of the ball than any team in football. Dolphins, Bolts at the Murph. Here we go. Today's forecast, 100% lightning for both teams. Charger fans watch Stan Humphries hit Sean Jefferson, moving on up for 16 yards over the middle. Then, Natron means business. Bowles past Brian Cox. Bowles into the secondary for 20 yards. Then, Humphries hits his young workhorse Means. Gets a block there from Courtney Hall, but after a real fine run, Marco Coleman knocks it loose. Tommy, what happened?
Natron Means here has the ball to the inside of the football field, doesn't make the switch toward the sideline, which would have protected him. Coleman comes in, bats the ball out.
Jesse Solomon recovering, and the troops from Miramar were watching. Air Marino. Marino to Irving Fryer for 17 yards. Marino to Irving Fryer for 19 yards inside the 30. Marino. Oh, let me tell you about tight end Kid Jackson. Down the sidelines, he's fighting for 21 yards. He's really scuffing it out there. Then 3rd and goal. Marino. Oh, Nelly. Jackson, touchdown. Miami leads 7-0.
Yeah, you're going to see O.J. McDuffie here come into motion as you watch Keith Jackson move down the football field. A little move right there gets him inside of the backer for the easy score.
So Marino's been in 12 playoff games. He's thrown a touchdown in all of them. Natron, well, they drove all the way up the field, but now could Air Marino continue to strike? With the score 7-3 in the second quarter, Marino to O.J. McDuffie. McDuffie makes the spin, gets the first down to the move on McDarian Gordon, who throws him down. And Gordon with the takedown. Not a smart move by a smart young man. 15 yards against Bill Arnsparger's defense. Marino likes to work to Keith Jackson. Remember, they hooked up twice in the second quarter for touchdowns 2 years ago when Miami buried San Diego 31-0. Marino, Keith Jackson, again they hook up twice. It's 14-3 Miami. Jackson, 6 catches, 84 yards and the 2 touches in the first half. So San Diego trying to answer. The pitch to Natron means business. He rumbles for 20 yards before he runs out of bounds. Did that number 20 sound good, Natron? You wear it, you run for it left, and you run for it right. 20 more yards deep into the Miami secondary. Then give him a rest. Eric sleeping with Bieniemy on the draw play. All the way down to the 6. But on 3rd and goal, after a pitch play, on 1st down, it means it looks bad. This was worse. The reverse to Sean Jefferson, the wide receiver. Time I don't get the play calling.
Yeah, you know, you watch that play calling inside the red zone a little bit too casual.
So Miami has 2 touchdowns, San Diego 2 field goals and 14-6. Marino to McDuffie, then Marino to Irving Fryer. 20 yards, a nice sliding catch. 32 seconds to go in the half. Marino to Mike Williams from
Northeastern.
It's 16 yards, 21-6. Don Shula trying to ride, or at least drive his car into the sunset. 3rd quarter. Chargers get the ball. Stan Humphries, after a mediocre first half, to Marseille for 14 yards. Ooh, Humphries is warming up on 3rd down. Humphries to Ronnie Harmon. All reliable, but a great play by Gene Atkins. Swats it away.
Gene Atkins does a great job here of running through the football and glancing back at the last moment when he sees the receiver put his hands out for the ball.
So, down 21-6. They go for it on 4th and 7. This Bobby Ross. Humphries to Marseille, and say what? The Chargers inside the 10. Then on 3rd and goal. Humphries, look at the play Ronnie Harmon makes, turning what should have been a 3-yard gain into almost a touchdown. So here we go, 4th and goal. Means on a sweep. A missed block, and so he had to go way outside, Tommy, and it cost him the touch.
Yeah, you're going to see number 79 here, Larry Webster, make Means go deeper than he'd like to. Then Marco Coleman come up with a nice hit right at the goal line. The ball is fumbled out. We'll take another look at it right here. Now, remember, this is 4th down. Ball comes out, hits the pylon. Normally, that ball would be spotted as a touchback on the 20. On 4th down, they spotted at the spot of the fumble.
And it would cost him because Brady Pomeroy can't get out of the end zone. He's caught by a safety. And look what happens here, Tommy, by big Reuben Davis, number 93.
Yeah, Reuben Davis gets a nice push in the middle of the football field, and Parmalee just basically had nowhere to go with the ball.
Well, it's ironic that the Holy Roller was on this field. One of the reasons at that end zone that they made that rule up years ago. 3rd and 1, Natron Means over the top for a 1st down. Then Eric Johansson rumbles, number 74. Means breaking tackles left and right. What a run. Now, it looked like he stepped out, but what a run.
I don't think you can fault the official. He got caught up in the traffic right on the goal line, but it's clear to see that Natron stepped out right there at the 2-yard line.
So it's a touchdown, though, is the call, and it's 21-15. Despite words from Tom Oliver down at the Miami sideline. Fourth quarter still 21-15 Marino to Keith Jackson. Now what is this? This is a forward lateral, but wait a minute, they said an illegal forward pass, so just a completion and a loss of down. Now Bobby Ross has said, wait a minute, supposing he just fumbled it.
I'm going to assume that Keith was trying to lateral that ball backwards, and I think it should have been a fumble.
Well, Fryer was there, but this one, joink, off the Dolphin, into the hands of a former Dolphin, Tony Martin. On first down, Humphries to Sean Jefferson. It's the no, he's out of bounds. Humphries says, oh, we thought we had the touch. So 2 minutes to go, still 21-15. Humphries, scrambling, buys time, on the run. Mark Say comes back. Yes, he was in bounds at the 11 yards. 3rd and 4, under 2 minutes. Humphries, Tony Martin, inside the 20. San Diego needs the touchdown. First to go with 34 seconds to go. Humphries to Mark Say. Oh, they had triple wide receivers, had motion with Say to the opposite side, and they fooled the Dolphins.
Yeah, and what creates this play is that Say comes through the line of scrimmage rather than going around on the motion. He's able to sneak into the end zone free.
But I don't care if there's 1 second left. Don't forget John Carney kicked the extra point, and now San Diego's only 22-21. 1 second left with Marino. Who knows? Eric Castle is not the king on this play because he interferes with Scott Miller. And so with 6 seconds to go, from 48 yards, one of the strongest legs in football, Pete Stoyanovich can win it. The ball is down to kick us up. It's on the way. It's no good. The San Diego audience is the greatest in the world. And away we go to Pittsburgh. Chargers 22. Dolphins 21. Marino and Humphries each threw for over 250 yards, but the Chargers scoring all the points in the second half, win the game. San Diego, the hero of San Diego, is with our Pam Oliver.
It's unbelievable right now, it really is. Our defense came out the second half and held them to no points. Offensively, we were moving the ball in the first half. We just couldn't get it in the end zone. We were stopping ourselves. But I tell you what, it feels great right now. I'm just happy.
What was the difference in the second half?
We just made the plays when they were there. We were running the football, and we made some key fourth down passing plays that kept the chains moving.
Congratulations. What about Pittsburgh next week?
It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a real tough game, but I'll think about them tomorrow. I'm just happy right now.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
And so a season ends for one team. And for Dan Marino, was it the season where he finally get back with a chance at a Super Bowl ring? But the Chargers in the second half kept the ball away. But even at that, here's the snap that is high. Kidd gets it down. But Stoyanovich was wide right all the way.
Dick Dellenbach, the center, the snapper, normally very good. And that is a rare mistake by the snapper. Kidd does a great job, but you're right. The distraction, when Stoyanovich sees Kidd rise up, all of a sudden something's wrong.
He'll blame himself, but it's more complicated than that.
It's the snap.
Don Shula denied a chance to go to the AFC final with the hopes of playing the Super Bowl on his home turf. Joe Robbie and Dan Marino, brilliant the first half when he had a chance to play 3 touchdown passes. But the Chargers wouldn't let him have the ball in the second half. And Stan Humphries, who has thrown only 1 touchdown in 2 playoff opportunities, gets the one that wins today. And Bobby Ross, one of he'll hide in the shadows, would be the last one to say, hey, I did a good job. And boy, will he enjoy that glass of soda pop tonight.